Welcome back to Talk of the Town, and with me now I have Max Chorlton, and he's the VP of Business Development over at Tweedee Productions. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks for having us, I appreciate it.
And so you guys obviously handle video production, which is just a huge category and so many different things that I'm sure you guys cover. So what sort of work does Tweedee Productions do?
Well, we work with all sorts of different businesses and such throughout the area.
Sure.
We mostly produce video content that's for a business or professional use, and that could be a lot of website-based video these days. But you know, we help people throughout the entire production process, and that oftentimes starts with helping them develop their idea and hopefully writing a script, and then going out on location to perhaps shoot some video at their location or conducting interviews either at their location or in our studio, and then the video editing to put everything together with graphics and music to make a really compelling, engaging story.
It's interesting because I think when people see the final product, you don't think about what all the different steps that probably went into making that, which is incredible, and you guys handle all of that.
You bet, yes.
Awesome.
There's a lot of things that go into it that goes on behind the scenes.
Oh, for sure. And I know you mentioned TV commercials, obviously, but I know you mentioned some other video production as well. So what other types of video content do you guys create?
TV commercials, people are pretty familiar with those, and a lot of website videos these days. But we do a lot of testimonial videos where we interview somebody about having a positive experience with a company. We do product videos where somebody shows how a new product works or how to better use an existing product. We do a lot of videos that people show at events for maybe a national conference or a trade show or a fundraising event that they put on. So lots of different fun stuff.
So kind of going off of that, you mentioned some different industries that you work with, and I guess I want to know more about who you work with and if you guys specialize in any way.
Sure, we don't really specialize. We work with all sizes of business, small, medium, and large. We do most of our work with the business community, but we also work with schools, major universities like the University of Wisconsin, but also we've done a lot of work for the technical colleges throughout the state of Wisconsin. We work with government agencies or departments in the state of Wisconsin, so that's been nice to help them get their message out.
For sure.
We also work with nonprofits and community groups and other trade organizations that might represent an entire group of businesses or industries.
Wow, so a little bit of everything, it sounds like.
We try to cover it all.
So I want to know what your advice would be to maybe a business owner who has an idea, and that's always the hardest part when you have an idea in your head and trying to get it to be an actual vision or a production, in this case, a video. So what would your advice to them be?
Sure, great question. Oftentimes, video is, of course, a visual medium, so I'm always trying to encourage people to go to our online video portfolio or to even YouTube to look for ideas. One, it helps them get ideas, but it also, when they come to our site, it helps them, in our portfolio, it helps them see the quality of our work. But in addition to that, there's much more to video, creating a video, than just having a nice looking video. You want to be able to tell a story to engage the viewer, so they're going to stay tuned and want to see what's happening and know more. So then hopefully they will engage with your company or your organization or your nonprofit or whatever it is.
That's great that you guys offer all of that content so people can kind of page through and see, I like this, maybe you want to do something like this or not like this. I would think that's really helpful in that process.
It is, and it also helps them, like I said, not only see the quality of our work, but also can sometimes spur some ideas on their end then when they see something they really like.
So what are some trends right now in the video industry, or what's new and on the horizon?
Sure, video is constantly changing. I've been in the business for 20-some years, and the two biggest things that really are changing in recent times are how we record video and how people watch that video. When I started years ago in video, we shot on huge, thick, 3/4-inch tapes that were bigger than a standard Bible. They were huge. And nowadays, we just record digital video files directly into a hard drive on the camera.
Right.
Also, how people watch video. You know, YouTube is obviously very popular, but it wasn't that long ago that I would hand somebody a DVD and say, here's your finished video product. I don't really do that much anymore. It's always uploading to a website for people or sending them a file or putting it on YouTube. So that's two big changes that are still going on.
And like you said, big changes, and it's hard to imagine how, you know, the world will always continue to develop, and it'll be interesting to see what changes for the future. And before we go here, we've only got about 30 seconds, but I want to know what some of your favorite projects are.
Sure. A really neat project we did years ago is called In the Red Zone, The History of Camp Randall. And as you can tell by the title, we did a long history about Camp Randall Stadium, not only Badger football, but its history as a camp, a military camp, even a POW camp during the Civil War. So really a lot of Badger football history and Wisconsin history.
Oh, have to check that one out for sure. And again, this is Mac Chorlton. He's the VP of Business Development over at Tweedee Productions. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you.
We appreciate it, and we'll be back with more Talk of the Town right after this.